one. In this tutorial, we will show how to do solar energy calculation for a neighborhood using the combination of GeoPortal, QGIS and Excel sheet. Let's start with the indicators we are going to figure out by this solar energy analysis. First one is percentage of suitable roof area for the whole district. To get this indicator, you have to divide your total suitable roof area by the total area of the district. For example, if your total suitable roof area is 42,000 and total area of district is 1 million square meter or 1 square kilometer, then your percentage of suitable roof area for the whole district is 4.25%. Second indicator is estimated percentage of roof area which is suitable for PV. To get this indicator, you have to divide your total suitable roof area by total roof area within the neighborhood. Here, for example, here 42,000 divide 1,29,845 meter square. So the outcome is 32.70%, which is far bigger than percentage of suitable roof area for the whole district, because this one consider just the built area, and the first one considered the whole neighborhood including water, green, etc. Third indicator is percentage of power demand of all inhabitants from the district that could be potentially be made by PV modules on the roof of our district. To get this indicator, we have to divide the total power potential by total power demand. From these calculations, from these indicators, it's very clear. The most important thing we need is total suitable roof area. Now we will talk about how to get the suitable roof area. If we don't have the vector data or suitable roof area, it's very difficult to get the total suitable roof area. The whole task becomes very easy when you have the vector data or shapefile. But the GeoPortal we are using for our tasks, that is not, and count them one by one, which is time consuming and stressful. In this tutorial, we'll develop a way where you can get the suitable area by using a few sample. The more sample you input, the more accurate result you will get. We don't have data for roof surface area. Roof surface area is very different from the built area, and the only data we have is the built coverage area, which means how much ground is covered by the building. It is not the roof area, not the suitable roof. We made a sample. We don't have data for roof surface area. The only data we have is the building coverage area, which means how much ground is covered by your building. It's not the roof area, not the suitable roof area. So we made a factor to understand the relation between suitable roof area and building coverage area. Only these two data we have for each building. Based on those data, we got a percentage saying what percent of built area is suitable for solar roof area. Although it may not give accurate result, the result is close. This is relation we developed, and we name this factor ratio of suitable roof area and the built coverage. The more sample you use, the more accurate result will become. So here is the equation: suitable area divide the built coverage area. You get the suitable area from the GeoPortal, and you got the built coverage area from your QGIS file, and you get the percentage. Here we gave a template to get the final result. You just need to fill up that part and the result will come by default. You can download this template from the link below, and the link is provided in the description. Now let's start the analysis. First of all, you have to import the building layer from any GeoPortal. In our several video, we showed how to import building layer. Just click on the link above within the video, and you will get the answer there. You will get the way how to import building layer from it. Then go to the new QGIS. In this video, we showed how to import the solar data in QGIS using WMS service. Here is the link. You will also get the link in the description. Now open the solar PV raster layer and just check the video. You will understand how we'll, following the previous video, now you know how to import solar PV raster layer in your layer panel. Open the solar PV raster layer and bring the building layer on the top of it. Make the building just outline only, so it would be easier to see which building is which color, in which color category. If you don't know how to change the building just as outline, just check this video. Split the building layer into 5 separate layers based on 5 roof category. Here in this video we can check how to make new layers from selected object. In the WMS raster layer there are 4 colors: blue, green, yellow, orange, and some are mixed. So you have 4 basic color whose buildings are totally green. You will just make a green layer out of this. Which buildings are yellow, just make a yellow layer, and the same way red and orange. But there are some buildings which have mix, so keep all mixed building in a mixed layer. Suitable area and build coverage area. The suitable area we will get from a GeoPortal. Here is the link, you will get it in the description. And the build coverage area we get from the QGIS. First of all, let's go to the link. Now click any of the building. After clicking any of the building, you will get the detail about it. It's in German, so just if you don't understand German, then just copy it and post it in the Google Translator. So now here you can see it's the very suitable area, and suitable area for this building is this one, 1448.8 meters square, and the electricity yield is 194.1 megawatt per year. For the ratio we just need the built area. Now we just need the suitable roof area. Then now we will get the built area from QGIS. Just go to our QGIS, click on the find the same building in your location, and right click on the layer, open attribute table. It will be blue here. Yes, this is the blue one, and you will get the area. So this is the area. If you want to know how to get the area of a shapefile from GIS data, just check this video. So now we have suitable area for a single building, and we have build coverage area for the single building. Then we divide it and we will get a percentage like this. Now you have already downloaded our template. Just go to the template, and for the sample one you put the data. For green building it's excellent, for orange it's good, yellow okay. This is the way. For the green layer we will take total 5 building from this. From orange layer we will get another 5 buildings, another 5 ratio. Total 25 ratio we will take. This is the thing we have to do. It will save our lot of time, because in this project we have almost 699 project, or more than 700 project. So it's not possible to calculate each and every building. So just take the ratio and put the ratio here. You just have to fill the red boxes here, and you will get the result by default. Now we'll need to calculate the ground coverage area for each layer. We can get it from our QGIS file. We'll just go to the layer, and calculate the whole area for a specific layer. And in this video you can see how can we measure the total area of the shapefile of a in QGIS. So fill up this 5 ground coverage area, and then you will get the estimated suitable area for each category by default from this template. Now we need the per square meter electricity yield. To get the per square meter electricity yield, we have to divide our suitable roof area by electricity yield. We have to do it separately for each category. For the choose a green building and divide the suitable area for that building and divide it by the electricity yield. Here I have put an example, then put the data. Do this for every category. For good building, okay building, poor building, and mixed building. Then this template will calculate for you the total ground coverage within your neighborhood by itself, that total suitable roof area, total power potential. So now the indicator 1, percentage of suitable area for the whole district, it is 4.25%. The indicator 2, estimated percentage of roof area which is suitable for B is 32.70%. And indicator 3, for indicator 3 you have to get the population. For the population data we have another video. You can check the link and you can easily get the population for your specific location. Put the population here, you will get the total power demand and total solar power potential. Here is some example, it will also help you. So this is the way you will get the total all indicators, all 3 indicators from solar analysis. Thank you everyone.